YouTube, what is up, guys? Welcome back to Father-Son Time. We are back to talk more about Star Wars. Today we are going to be reviewing Star Wars Revenge of the Sith.
My favorite one! Today we're doing something new and I am going to give you questions.
Wait, you're going to ask me the questions this time? Ooh, I can't wait. Have you been working on them? Alright.
So first, I want to say, what was your favorite part of Revenge of the Sith?
This isn't necessarily just a part, but it's a thing about the movie that's my favorite.
Yeah.
I love Chancellor Palpatine. Ian McDiarmid does an awesome job when he turns fully evil and he gets his monster face fighting Mace Windu. He gets full-on evil, he's not hiding it anymore, and he's having so much fun. Beating up Yoda, blasting Mace Windu out the window, turning Darth Vader, convincing the Senate that they need to turn into the Empire. I think that he has so much fun, and it's so campy and all over the place. I absolutely love it.
My favorite part is when Anakin and Obi-Wan fight.
That is a good one. I'm not surprised by that. The whole movie has been building towards that.
Padme is going to see Anakin, but Obi-Wan sneaks in because he knows Anakin's turned evil. He saw him killing younglings.
He did see him killing younglings.
When they were asking him an innocent question about the clones.
What are we going to do? Ewan McGregor, who plays Obi-Wan, who is another awesome part. I think Obi-Wan is one of the best parts of the prequels. Ewan McGregor could not say the line, killing younglings, without kind of laughing. He thought younglings was a funny word. In the movie, he kind of covers up his face, and he says it. Apparently, he seems like he's thinking. Yeah, but apparently he just couldn't say that line without laughing about it. So Obi-Wan knows that Anakin's evil, so he goes to Mustafar. He sneaks onto Padme's ship.
Anakin chokes Padme because he thinks that Padme brought Obi-Wan to kill him. Now this is the part that gets the best part. Okay, he chokes him, he lets him go because Obi-Wan, and then I get into the fight.
It is easily the biggest fight in all of Star Wars.
I like the fight because it's a long fight. You think that, oh, Obi-Wan's gonna win. Oh, Anakin, oh, Obi-Wan, oh. It's like twists.
Yeah, they're pretty evenly matched. They're probably the two best duelists that are left in the galaxy. I
really like all the action. I like they look like they're so. It's so hard that they're doing this.
Probably not the safest place to have a lightsaber battle.
Oh no, the part where they're balancing, where they could literally just fall in lava.
Yeah, they're fighting over lava, and that ultimately proves to be Anakin's demise.
I have the higher ground.
No, it's not that crazy. He just says, I have the high ground, and then it's just one slice. And then he's gone.
Don't try it!
Do you think that that was a good ending to the big fight, that Obi-Wan's standing on a hill?
No.
I know that, like, military strategy, if you have the high ground, you definitely have the advantage. I don't know, maybe he could have just walked up the hill and fought him rather than jumping over him, but Anakin was too blinded by the dark side. He thought he was invincible.
You underestimate my power!
He wanted to protect Padme.
How is choking Padme protecting Padme? He chokes her right before it happens. I need to save Padme.
That leads to my second question. Do you think that Anakin would still have turned to the dark side if Padme wasn't having birth or was sick or was dying?
That's a good question. Yeah, I think so. I don't think that Anakin's fear was about necessarily the children. I think that he was afraid of losing anybody because he had lost his mother and he couldn't save her.
Why'd she have to die? Why couldn't I save her? I will be the most powerful Jedi ever. I will even learn to stop people from dying.
And then Palpatine took advantage of that at the opera, I might add.
Darth Plagueis was a dark lord of the Sith, so powerful and so wise, he could use the Force to influence the midi-chlorians to create life. He had such a knowledge of the dark side, he could even keep the ones he cared about from dying.
Is it possible to learn this power?
Not from a Jedi.
So I think that Anakin was definitely set up to fall. Palpatine was too smart. He outwitted everybody. He was smarter than all the Jedi. I think that if Padme wasn't there at all, maybe not. The fact that he loved Padme, and after losing his mother, he was too afraid to lose anybody else. He craved power too much. He craved the power to stop those from dying. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, he wanted to do good things with the power, but the power was too corrupting.
Okay, why are you answering the questions that lead to my other question?
Ooh, Logan's third question. Here we go. Ooh, I think it's a good one.
Did you know Palpatine was bad when you first watched this movie?
Oh man, that's hard to remember. I think so. In the original trilogy, he's just called the Emperor. We never hear Palpatine. Ian McDiarmid doesn't look anything like he does in Phantom Menace, but I think I had read something or saw something, because I just loved Star Wars so much as a kid, that I saw that it was Emperor Palpatine. So it was pretty obvious, I think, when you get to that point.
That's why you were disappointed on me when I saw it. You were so disappointed, and you were yelling at me like a crazy dad.
I wasn't yelling at you. Are you done? No, I wanted you to be surprised by it. That's something that I think is a little problematic with Revenge of the Sith, and the prequels kind of in general. The whole deal, it seemed like George Lucas was so interested in just getting Anakin into the Vader suit. And he wanted to show us every single step. He wanted to make sure it was nice and tidy and neat and just, put a nice little bow on it and just present it to the audience. So George Lucas assumed that we saw the original trilogy before seeing the prequels. That's kind of the viewing order that you need to see it. Because if you didn't, then the reveal in Empire Strikes Back would be ruined by the prequels. I would have liked it if he had treated the prequels like they came first. So when Phantom Menace came out, that was the first Star Wars movie you ever saw. When you get to Revenge of the Sith, you have no idea that it's Luke and Leia that are the kids. I would have liked it better if he didn't make it so obvious. I almost would have liked it if we had just thought Anakin had died, that we didn't actually see him get into the Vader costume. I think it would have been cool if it was left like Anakin dies, Padme dies, so then when we start, we don't know that Vader in A New Hope was actually Anakin Skywalker. I think that would have been kind of cool, but George Lucas really wanted us to know that Anakin was going to end up in the Vader suit. And I guess that's what would sell tickets. Like, seeing him there is a good marketing thing.
You just answered my other question, so I don't have any more questions.
We had a fourth question?
Yeah. Secret fourth question.
What was your fourth question?
It wasn't really a question. Actually, more of a statement. I don't want to see that Anakin turned into Darth Vader, because then it's not a surprise to us if we watch 1, 2, and 3, and then 4, 5, and 6.
That's cool. That's actually pretty crazy, because we did not talk about this beforehand. Yeah. You really are my son.
I am your father.
It's true. Let's go through the movie a little bit, talk about some of the good things. What did you think about the opening? Because I think the opening of this one is the best opening in the prequels.
Yeah, it's like pew, 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 pew. Grievous, zoom, 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 zoom. Oh no, we left. Oh, we're back.
They didn't just fight Grievous. Who did they fight?
Dooku.
They fight and kill Dooku.
Duh.
I mean, duh.
He's died in 4, 5, and 6.
Well, yes, but I think Dooku was pretty surprised by that.
Kill him. Kill him now. Do it.
Palpatine is captured by Dooku and kept prisoner, but he's also Dooku's master, but he's also in charge of the Republic. Do you think Dooku knew that Palpatine... He must have known that Palpatine was Sidious. He had to know, right? Because else he wouldn't have been so surprised.
Dooku?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think he had to. That place where the Emperor's being kept, what does it look exactly like?
In Return of the Jedi, when
the throne room
Emperor is...
Yeah, he's even in like a similar chair, watching a space battle in the background.
Again, it's like poetry, so if they rhyme.
This is kind of like what I was talking about, where he wanted everything tied up nicely in a neat bow. I think that George Lucas was trying to shoehorn in a lot of Anakin's traits all of a sudden at first at the beginning. So, do you remember what Obi-Wan says to Luke when he talks about his father?
He was a really good pilot.
And he was a good friend.
He was the best star pilot in the galaxy. And a cunning warrior. And he was a good friend.
Which is a little strange because the last time he saw him, Anakin was burning on Mustafar. Anakin yelled, "I hate you." But anyways.
I hate you!
And he was a good friend.
So they're showing that Anakin is a great pilot by flying around.
Surge all power units R2. Stand by. Reverse thrusters.
Spinning, that's a good trick.
But then he's also a good friend and a good person. He's going out of his way to save the clone troopers. He does the thing where he tries to save Obi-Wan by flying into his ship and kind of pushing up the buzz droids. So yeah, so I feel like they're trying to show, like, look at how great of a pilot he is, because we haven't seen him fly all that much. And look how kind he is. He's saving clones and making sure that Obi-Wan's alright. And then they fly into the ship, and then it's kind of funny, right? R2-D2 is spraying oil and setting the super battle droids on fire. Then the battle droids kick them down later on.
Stupid little asteroid droid.
But what happens at the big point of it, Anakin decapitates Dooku. He cuts off Dooku's head. Kill him. Kill him now.
It's not the Jedi way.
Do it. That is graphic and serious and really bad. I mean, that's like some heavy dark side stuff. So the beginning of this movie is a little all over the place because they have a cool space battle. Then there's like some funny things with the battle droids, and the battle droids just become complete comic relief at that point. And then there's a gruesome murder.
This is where the fun begins.
You stupid little astro droid.
Oh, it's you.
So it's a little strange, and then they have another happy landing, and they crash the ship into Coruscant. And
Well, Obi-Wan's just doing jokes.
he does tell a lot of jokes.
Another happy landing.
So we get through all that, and then Anakin has his first real dark side moment when he kills Dooku when he shouldn't have. What's the next thing that kind of pushes him towards the dark side?
They say he can go on the council, but he can't be a master.
You are on this council, but we do not grant you the rank of master.
What?
They're worried about Palpatine and Anakin.
They're worried about his relationship with Palpatine. Yeah, they think he's gotten too close with them, and they don't trust Palpatine at this point.
They probably looked at every single person but Palpatine.
Yeah, it would be hard to suspect that someone that's so public, so out in the open so much, would actually be the secret Sith Lord. And that's one of Palpatine's greatest powers, is that he's able to mask himself in front of the Jedi. He's around Yoda all the time.
While Yoda could have always just been...
I don't know. I don't think Yoda could have taken him by surprise. Yoda didn't know.
But if Yoda was taking him by surprise and he was here, he would likely be...
Yeah, but who wins the fight between Yoda and the Emperor?
Emperor?
Yeah, Palpatine beats him.
It makes my brain go horrible because just seeing this close.
Yeah, that part, that's a terrible sound. Oof. Who's more powerful?
Sith.
At this point, it's kind of the Sith. I don't know if the Force has like a finite quantity, like there's a fixed amount of light side and dark side. But if there is, there are thousands of Jedi all sharing the light side of the Force. There are only 2 Sith holding onto the dark side.
But
So
the Sith are stronger while the Jedi are weaker.
if you have a pie and you cut it into 1,000 slices, you get an itty bitty tiny piece of pie. If you have a pie and you cut it in half and split it between 2 people, that's a lot of pie. Palpatine has so much power, and he beats up Yoda. That's a pretty cool fight.
So I'm gonna beat you up. I like all his faces like.
I know, that's what I mean about, like, he loves being bad. But Yoda walks in and just throws his guards against the wall. That's pretty
I love
funny.
it how he pushes it in. He's like,
Not if anything to say about it. I have.
But they have a a good fight. Is them with lightsabers the best part of the fight? No, it is not. I love it when they're in the Senate. Palpatine's like throwing stuff at him, and then Yoda catches one and spins it and throws it back, and Palpatine's like, ah, and he's jumping around. He's laughing and screaming, and Yoda doesn't stand a chance in this fight.
Beats him up.
And Yoda has to go into exile, and Palpatine wins.
Into exile. I must go. Failed, I have.
Continued in Part 2.